23. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. He wouldn't mind a repeat of last week's performance, over 190 yards receiving. It's the Rams and the Cards, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Charles Davis, as always. And CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Here comes Kyler Murray in his fourth NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a two-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First play and a first pass from Murray. Ertz over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 6 catches, 103 in the yardage department.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there, just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
And I like his honesty because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Stanford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. And the Rams at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again is Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. Stafford's going to give this to Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Akers is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Going right back to Akers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Murray now. This one caught by Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Murray going to throw. Finding Ertz here on the out route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Down to about the 37. The Rams and Cardinals, they met 3 times a season ago. They each won in the other's building in the regular season. The Cardinals 37-20 in Week 4, and the Rams in Week 14 on Monday night would win it 30-23. And then, of course, they would also meet in the first ever Monday night wild card game, the final game of the first Super Wild Card weekend. And the Rams kicked off their title run with a 34-11 win at SoFi. flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now it's Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Play action. Stafford. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play. They'll run here with Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Now Stafford. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he commits on a field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 10. Well, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football. We've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on. This one swung out to Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 2nd down, Williams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And that's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Forced out to his left. He's going to air it out deep for Green, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Off the draw, here's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, the return is Powell. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens and things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
CC violation.
No doubt.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw, it's Murray. This is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 39, Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing again, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Well, a momentary... throw partner. The defense had other ideas. they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Murray to air it out again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Tom Brady, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey, to check on the Giants. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. Davis Mills leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Rams, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over first and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Here's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Rondale Moore. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cards are within an extra extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point good by Prater. And we are even at 10 apiece. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. To throw is Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stafford. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. It's complete to Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He did it again. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Murray. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Williams trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Williams again. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Prater's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all stink.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should use a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Stafford. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And some space here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more, what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Throwing is Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Taken down at the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Stafford. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 18. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, and here's Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Williams going to get it again on second down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he'll be taken down at the 34. This is Benjamin. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Screen play set up for Williams. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. And you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. A man who played on this very field for USC, Everson Griffin, picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have the Rams first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the red zone now, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Cards, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4.